Okay, let me see if I can keep this straight. So, Trump was indicted by a grand jury in a blue state. So that means the grand jury had to have been nothing but purple haired weirdos because there are no Republicans in a blue state. Am I right? George Santos, Kevin McCarthy. So the people now who chanted lock her up and do nothing but accuse and investigate every single person on the left, including now Alvin Bragg, are mad because Bill Clinton paid Paula Jones hush money, but that was from Bill Clinton's personal funds. And if Trump had did that, this wouldn't have happened. But he didn't do that because he's so rich. I mean, he brags about it all the time. He's so rich that he used campaign money that his minions, the ones who brag about how rich he is, y'all sent him all this money for campaign donations, and he used that instead of using one single dollar from his personal portfolio. And that's where he went wrong, but that's why this is just political persecution. And if he's found innocent, that means freedom will have prevailed. There'll be eagles flying, and he'll ride off into the sunset on a tank with an AR strapped across his chest like Rambo. But if he's found guilty, that's just even more proof that this is a political hit job and that the left will do anything and everything to silence the opposition. And that's something that the right would never, ever do. Meanwhile, in Tennessee, super majority Republican Tennessee, 3 Democratic lawmakers face expulsion for standing with thousands of students protesting for gun reform, because that was an insurrection equal to or worse than January 6th, which the right says wasn't an insurrection. So that was an insurrection, but there was no police being beaten. There was no pepper spray or shattered windows or gallows. There was 0 members of the 3-inch, 2-minute militia who woke up that morning and took off their CPAPs and put on their fatigues and their walkie-talkies so they could go take their country back. So they face expulsion in Tennessee while every MAGA in Congress is just walking around with all that audacity and the AR lapel pins. Maybe the people in Tennessee should ask for a blanket pardon beforehand. Maybe. So we got to punish the insurrectionists in Rocky Top, but free the ones in Washington because there was an insurrection in Tennessee which was equal to or worse than January 6th, which wasn't an insurrection. So that's why we got to free them, even though it was at best, at worst, as equal to the one in Tennessee, because all those overconfident patriots are the same as high school students. High school students chanting for gun reform is the exact same or worse than the Back the Blue crowd who beat the blue with an American flag. And to the right, those people are political prisoners. Am I keeping it straight? Is it going all right? So in Tennessee, they kick out lawmakers for doing nothing but exercising their First Amendment rights. They kick them out, which effectively silences them and their constituents who duly elected them. And just for good measure, they only kick out 2 of the 3. The 2 young black men. The older white lady, she gets to stay. But we can't talk about that. We can't talk about why that happened because, that might make some little white kid feel ashamed to be white. So, and if we don't talk about it, that means it don't exist. But it's the left that are trying to... I find it fascinating. I find it sad too, but I find it fascinating that the right say that the left is doing nothing but trying to silence them, while the right actively silences the opposing party. Make it make sense.